Hey guys, this is the Jumbo Jet, and there's a good reason why I call it the Jumbo Jet.
Watch this.
So I wanted to build a version 2 of my poster board plane. I wanted to keep the simplicity, but at the same time, I wanted it to go faster. Yes, this plane flew good, it was really simple, but it's a poster board at the end of the day, and it flew like a poster board. It flew quite slow, and it had stalling problems, and so I came up with this design. Now, this design was quite different from the poster board. First of all, this design pierced to the air instead of pushing like the poster board did. If you notice, the poster board had a flat leading edge, while this new design, which I like to call the Jumbo Jet because of the noise it makes, had a more triangular shape. This would allow it to move more swiftly through the air. Additionally, I used a different material for this build. I used half an inch insulation foam instead of regular poster board because I found that half an inch insulation foam was much more durable. Additionally, I wanted to keep the same amount of surface area that the poster board had. This was because the more surface area something has, the more lift it has because the more air it traps. Once I cut out the design, the next part was mounting the motor. For the motor, I used a 750 kilovolt motor. I mounted this motor by basically putting it on a piece of plywood, screwing the motor in, and then mounting it on a 90-degree angle that I made out of foam board. And then I hot glued this onto the top piece of the frame. Next, I screwed on an 11-inch slow fly prop to the motor shaft and then made a rectangular hole in the frame to make sure the motor could spin freely with the prop. As you can see, this plane is a pusher plane, which is one of the reasons it makes a sound like a jumbo jet. Another reason is because it uses a slow fly prop, and so the air is more vibrant around the prop, which also causes that noise of a jumbo jet. Also, in this picture, you can see I added tiny stabilizers on each side of the plane. This helps it through the air. I also duct taped elevons onto the back of the plane that will make the plane go up, down, turn left, and turn right. Here is a picture of the plane with all the electronics slapped onto it. You can see that I added a ESC in the front, which is red. I screwed on the prop more securely with a nut. I put a receiver near the big rudder in the middle of the plane. I also attached two servos in the back that are connected to the elevons. I also added Velcro on the very front of the plane where I would strap the battery. One issue I ran into in my maiden flight of the plane is if you can see that the insulation foam on the side of the motor cut out. It's a very tiny piece, and because of that, it reduces the durability of this airframe abundantly, and it actually cracks there if it crashes into the ground. And to counter this, on my final flight day, if you can see, I actually added white poster boards on either side of the frame to secure this vulnerable spot. And that was about it. On my flight day, I used a 3000 milliamp battery up in front. I found that this weighed the plane perfectly around the center of balance. I also am using an orange receiver and orange transmitter for the programming of the servos and the control of the plane. As you can see, I'm using these receivers on both the plane to my right and to my left. The plane on my right, I actually bought on Hobby King. I forgot the name of it, but it is a great plane as well. And that was about it. I had fun building this plane. It was a really simple design and it turned out great. Enjoy this flight footage and I'll see you in the next one.
Watch this. Are you doing the flips with that?
There's wires there, electric.